morning, everybody. Welcome back to the second day of the Solution Expo over here. This is Aditya from Miracle Software Systems, and we came up with an IoT solution to showcase back to our customers in Las Vegas at IBM InterConnect. If you can see the architecture over there on my screen, it explains to you about the kind of automation that we are doing at our tanks which are there in India. So usually we came up with this idea as we have a problem with monitoring our water tanks and controlling them. Reason being, we only have one single person controlling the 14 to 15 different tanks over back in India at our global delivery systems centers. That's very difficult for us to manage and control. So at that point of time, we came up with a use case and pilot that suits for us as a solution, and we came up with this kind of architecture. So what it exactly do is we have a couple of faucets and motors that we are controlling through Arduino or a Raspberry Pi, and we have been using Watson IT platform over here to just publish our data and subscribe the commands that where the devices act upon. So if you can see on my pod over there, there are a lot of circuits, components over there, sensor kind of things where it's monitoring the water level and the data coming out from the motors. This stuff has been covered over there, and if you can see my dashboard over there, this is the kind of dashboard that we have built customly using React.js, the JavaScript framework, and we have been given an entire control to the admin to just have the view and the control of the entire faucets and the motors that he's trying to control. We have been simulated this into a miniature model. Reason being, we can't have the entire setup over there in the interconnect to just showcase back to you. But this has been really implemented back in India to a couple of tanks in our global delivery center. If you can see, there's a turn on, turn off button over there, which really allows us to turn on and turn off the actual motors that are running behind the scene. So what is exactly happening on the back end is we've been using Watson IT, as I earlier told you, and this has been publishing as a command to the Watson platform, and that platform is subscribing the events. The Arduino, the gateway that's sitting on the edge, it's subscribing the commands over there and controlling my the components or the motors or the sensors that I have on my pod over there. So that's the beauty of this entire use case. So it will be on a single dashboard that can have you access to control all the motors or the faucets that you have in your enterprise or your organization. So if you can see on my left hand corner, we have a dashboard that it's really showcasing you the real metrics coming out from my motor or the flow meter sensors that I have on the pod. Yeah, I can show you the dashboard over here on my laptop screen, which has been showing you the water level which is there in the tank 1, saying at 6.5 liters, which has been pumped in earlier. So that's how we've been monitoring all the real-time events and the real-time data that's coming into the Watson IT cloud to just showcase you or back to the customers how we can have the insights, the data which is coming into the cloud can be really showcase them in a nice graphical way, so that they have more visibility on the data and more control on the data, so that they can do analytics on top of that and predictive modeling. That's where our next step is, where we are doing predictive analytics on top of this data based on the data patterns that is coming into the cloud. With that being said, thank you. Have a great day.